Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Folks, I've got a question for you. Do you eat breakfast? Let me know in the comments below. Now, whether or not you eat breakfast doesn't matter because today's recipe is not just the perfect grab and go breakfast. It's also an easy keto snack to make and it's a great side dish as well. So what are we making? Well, I'm going to show you how to make some keto breakfast cups, also known as keto biscuits, and I'm going to show you 3 epic flavor combinations. We're going to do a bacon and cheese, a feta and olives, and a chili cheese toast style keto breakfast cup. Anyway, that's been enough jibber jabber. Let's get cooking. My friends, if you don't own a kitchen scale yet, please order one. It's not only cheap, it's super accurate when it comes to measurements, and it's a friend for life. And of course, we're using it in this recipe. I'll leave a link to buy one in the description box as well for your convenience. Time to make those breakfast cups, and let's kick it off with the bacon and cheese breakfast cup. Of course, you can't have a bacon and cheese breakfast cup without bacon, so let's kick things off by frying up some bacon. Get your pan on and drop in that bacon and just fry it up. I like my bacon to be nice and crisp, but if you prefer to have some chew to your bacon, that's cool too. Remember, bacon has a lot of fat, so you don't need to add any oil to the pan unless it's back bacon or Canadian bacon, which doesn't have a lot of fat. Anyway, once your bacon is cooked to your liking, remove it from the pan. And now don't throw away any of that bacon fat, just pour it into some kind of a bowl and hang on to it. Take your crispy bacon or chewy bacon and just chop it up into nice small bits. You want bacon bits basically. You need about 15 grams for this recipe, but you can use more if you like, no problem. I'm also going to grate some of the finest cheddar cheese that I could afford, and I suggest you buy the cheese that you enjoy the most and use that. I will also preheat my oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. To make the breakfast cups, I'm going to add in about 30 grams of almond flour to my mixing bowl. I will season it with some salt and some pepper. Add half a teaspoon of baking powder, my crispy bacon bits, the cheese that I grated, some freshly chopped parsley, a tablespoon of that reserved bacon fat, and 1 whole egg. Then you want to give it all a good mix, and your batter for the egg cup is ready. Now get your oven-proof ramekin and just lightly spray it with some cooking spray, or you can grease it with oil or butter, no problem. Then pour in that batter. Give it a bit of a tap and a shake to even it out, and then pop it into your preheated oven for 15 minutes to cook. Now you can also cook this in your microwave for about 90 seconds and it's done, but I just prefer doing it in the oven. I feel like it tastes better. After 15 minutes, our bacon and cheese breakfast cup comes out of the oven, and just look at the lovely color on it. Looks pretty appetizing if you ask me. Now it's time to take it out of the ramekin, and I do just that. And look at the amazing texture. It looks so incredible already. Anyway, that's our bacon and cheese keto breakfast cup ready to be tasted, and it looks yum. But don't worry, I won't let you go without breaking into that so you can see the gorgeous texture of the center of it. I mean, it looks light and fluffy. Now it's time to make our feta and olive breakfast cup, so get out your mixing bowl and add in 30 grams of almond flour. To that, add some salt, some black pepper, then your baking powder. I'm also adding in some fresh thyme. Then in go my sliced olives, 1 full tablespoon of good olive oil, and 1 egg. Then give it all a good mix. Once that's done, we're going to get some feta cheese and crumble it into the batter. And then you want to fold in that feta cheese. The idea is that we get lovely pockets of feta when eating. Once that's done, get your ramekin or oven-proof dish, grease it up with either pan spray, butter or oil. Pour in that batter and give it the old tapper and shaky, and then pop it into the preheated oven for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, it's done and it looks amazing. Now let it cool down before digging in. Alright folks, that's our olive and feta breakfast cup ready to rock and roll. But of course you know the drill, I can't let you go without tearing into it and showing you the epic texture of those little pockets of feta and olives in it. Yum yum yum. Time to make our chili cheese toast breakfast cup, and I'm going to get my mixing bowl and add in about 20 grams of heavy whipping cream. To that I add my cheese, season it with some salt and some pepper, and then I mix those two together. I want to create like a cheesy paste almost, so smash and mash that cheese and cream together. Then in goes my egg, and I give it a good mix to make a nice smooth mixture of the egg, cheese and cream. Then in goes my almond flour, and I realized that I ran out of almond flour, so I had to open another packet which was almond flour with the skins, and that's why it looks different. Anyway, then goes in the baking powder. I will give it all a good mix and finally add in some green bell peppers, which is the main flavor of the chili cheese toast. Anyway, get your oven proof dish, grease it up, add in that chili cheese toast breakfast cup batter, and then you can either pop it into the microwave for 90 seconds to cook, or just pop it into your preheated oven for 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes or 90 seconds depending on how you cooked it, your chili cheese toast breakfast cup is ready. And that's it folks, another breakfast cup recipe to add to your repertoire so that you can add variety to your breakfast. Anyway, before we taste, it's time to tear into that and show you the amazing texture of this breakfast cup. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, time to taste. Alright folks, it's time to taste, and look who is back in the kitchen by popular demand. It's my dad, Mickey Makhija.
I had to drive to this place. Earlier I used to just walk for tasting.
Yes.
New place, new environment, new feel. Same old keto food, but...
Yes, so we are tasting the bacon and cheddar keto biscuit.
Oh.
And biscuit means not like our Indian cookies, it means like the American
I
gravy
know.
and biscuits.
In the UK.
Yeah, UK as well, yes. Dig in. Bacony.
Very distinct taste of bacon and cheese, of course. It's nice, not dry, moist,
Soft.
and the little bits of bacon
The crispy bits of bacon are totally making it.
absolutely hits the spot. Actually, you can have this without anything.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh,
So he doesn't know that this is a breakfast biscuit. Basically, it's like for people who are in a rush in the morning. You just have this, pop it in the microwave, take it and go.
yeah,
Or
but
you
it's
make-
not like you can just put it together and...
Yeah, it's a 5-minute thing.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so do you give this one the horns up?
absolute.
Awesome. So the bacon and cheddar biscuit gets the horns up from my dad, and now it's time to taste the next biscuit. Alright guys, so now we're gonna taste the olive and feta biscuit. So, are you ready to dig in?
Yes, option 2. Olives, I love. Feta, I love.
This is softer. I think the,
Brine.
yeah, probably a little bit of the brine and the water from the olives and the feta as well is just, and it's salty. You know what? Like I could use some fresh tomato with this.
Yeah. To
Like if
tone
you have
down
a
the
salad.
sodium.
Yeah. Like a little bit of a fresh salad, cucumber and tomato, just to cut through the richness and the saltiness of the olives and the feta. But the texture is delicious. I guess you could also not season this at all. I put salt in it, but you could probably skip out the salt, if you don't tolerate too much
Maybe you
sodium.
reduce the amount of olives in it because that's what's adding the sodium.
But olives are so delicious.
Yeah, I know, but wash them before you use them.
No. But yes, have some cherry tomatoes with this.
Ah,
Just pop a tomato, bite of this.
you can't put it in there.
I could. Maybe try putting the tomato inside cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, make 4 little bits of it and...
Excellent pro tip from my father. Put some cherry tomatoes in this as well for a bit of freshness. So this gets the horns up.
I'm eating a lot, but I believe there's one more coming up, so...
Now it's time to taste the next one. Alright folks, it's time to taste the last and final breakfast biscuit.
Third option, just fresh out of the oven. It's amazing. Just feels great in your hand. I wonder how it's going to taste.
Alright, so this is my take on the chili cheese toast, which is an Indian thing, but there are no chilies in this, just capsicum.
Yeah, capsicum has that little bite and you feel a little good about it because you're eating vegetables, green vegetables.
It feels like a chili cheese toast, but you know what? I would say put double the amount of cheese I have put. So it's really cheesy. Like I really love the flavor in this, but I could do with more cheese.
You think so? I think the cheese is fine. I just feel that in all this, one finely chopped real green chili would have been mind-blowing.
So that is actually chili in the chili cheese toast.
Only you call this chili cheese toast.
No, Dipti taught me this. Dipti told me that chili cheese toast is with capsicum and not with actual green. I mean, you can put green chili if you want, but I'm a spice wuss, so why would I?
It's India. We do it like the Indians do. Green chili, the real thing.
Excellent. And we will go and debate about whether or not chili cheese toast should have an actual chili in it. And you let me know in the comments below. Are you going to put a chili in your chili cheese toast? Or are you a spice wuss like me and you're going to stick to the capsicum?
So if you ask me, first choice, the bacon one. Second choice, the olive one. Third choice, the chili cheese toast.
Awesome. So my dad has not only given you his verdict, he's also given you his rating. And I have to say, I pretty much agree with him. Anyway, we're going to go and enjoy these now, and I will see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Until then, cheers and keep cooking.
See you when I'm invited again.
Yes, drop that like button if you want to see him on the next episode. Hey folks, if you're sick of eating eggs for breakfast on keto, I've got plenty of options for you. Just click here and watch one of my videos. Or click here and watch another video of something else. Keep watching Headbangers Kitchen. Woohoo!